Wake up, check your phone, rush the day, fall behind. If this is your daily routine, no wonder studying feels hard. This video fixes that. Here's the perfect daily routine for students. 1. Morning routine. Build focus before the world distracts you. Mornings decide how your entire day feels. This routine isn't about being productive at 6 a.m. It's about starting calm, clear, and in control. You don't need a perfect morning. You just need a controlled one. Wake up and reset. Wake up at a consistent time anywhere between 5:30 to 7 a.m. The goal isn't waking early, it's getting enough sleep so your brain is actually usable, not running on fumes. The first 10 minutes matter more than the next 10 hours. Avoid checking your phone immediately. Not because phones are bad, but because the moment you scroll, your brain switches into react mode instead of control mode. Instead, stretch for a minute. Drink water. Get natural light near a window or step outside for 30 to 60 seconds. This simple reset tells your brain, we're starting the day on purpose. Activate your body. You don't need a workout. You just need to tell your body we're awake now. Do 5 to 10 minutes of light movement. Stretching, walking around your room, yoga, or a few push-ups. This isn't about fitness. It's about getting blood and oxygen to your brain so you don't feel foggy for the next 2 hours. If you wake up feeling heavy, slow, or unmotivated, this is usually why. And no, you don't need to suddenly become a gym person. Even rolling your shoulders, touching your toes, pacing while brushing your teeth counts. Cold showers are optional. Don't force them if you hate them. But even a splash of cold water on your face or ending your shower with 10 to 15 seconds of cooler water can instantly increase alertness. Think of this step as flipping the on switch for your brain, not punishing yourself for waking up late. Morning study session. This is the one part of the day that quietly decides how productive everything else will be. In the morning, your brain hasn't been pulled in 10 different directions yet. No mental clutter, no decision fatigue, just clean focus. That's why this is the best time to study your hardest subject, not the easy stuff you already understand. Don't overthink it. Sit down, pick one topic, and work in a focused block, around 45 to 50 minutes. Then take a short break and come back. And here's the important part. Don't touch your phone during that break. Even a quick scroll makes restarting feel 10 times harder. Use the break to move a little, breathe, reset, then jump back in. If you get this session right, the rest of the day feels lighter. You've already done the most demanding work while your brain was at its best. Breakfast and hydration. A lot of students think they're lazy in the morning, but most of the time they're just running on empty. Your brain needs fuel to focus. If you skip breakfast or forget to drink water, studying will feel harder than it needs to be. You'll feel slow, distracted, and unmotivated without knowing why. You don't need a perfect meal. Just eat something light and real and drink a glass of water. Once your body is fueled, your brain shows up. Focus improves. Studying feels less heavy, and motivation doesn't feel forced anymore. Sometimes productivity isn't about pushing harder. It's about supporting your brain properly. 2. Afternoon routine. This is the part of the day where most students lose momentum. Not because they're lazy, but because energy naturally dips. The goal here isn't to force deep focus. It's to stay engaged without burning yourself out. Active learning in class. If you're in class, don't treat it like background noise. Instead of copying everything word for word, listen for ideas and rewrite them in a way you would explain to someone else. That small mental effort keeps your brain awake and involved. Ask questions when something doesn't make sense. Not because you want to sound smart, but because confusion compounds later. And when the class ends, take just 2 or 3 minutes to summarize what you learned. That tiny recap locks the information in and saves you hours of relearning at night. You don't need perfect notes, you need usable ones. Light lunch plus power reset. Afternoon sleepiness. Usually isn't a focus problem, it's a food and energy problem. Heavy meals make your body work harder, which pulls energy away from your brain. Keep lunch light and balanced so you don't crash right after eating. And instead of reaching for your phone, give your brain a real reset. A short nap, a walk, or even sitting quietly for a few minutes does more for focus than scrolling ever will. Think of this as recharging your brain, not wasting time. Productive afternoon work. This is not the best time for learning brand new difficult topics. And that's okay. Afternoons are perfect for solving problems, writing assignments, organizing notes, revising earlier material, or practicing what you already learned in the morning. When you match the task to your energy level, studying stops feeling like a battle. You're still moving forward, just in a smarter way. Save heavy thinking for when your brain is sharp. Use afternoons to build progress without pressure. 3. Evening routine. By the time evening hits, most students are mentally tired. Not lazy, just drained. This part of the day isn't about pushing harder or cramming more hours. It's about protecting your energy, resetting your mind, and ending the day in a way that makes tomorrow easier. Movement and stress release. Your brain is carrying the weight of the entire day. Classes, deadlines, pressure, and constant thinking. If you try to sit and study again without releasing that tension, your focus won't improve. It'll just feel heavier. This is why movement matters in the evening. Spending 20 to 30 minutes walking, playing a sport, stretching, or even dancing in your room helps flush out mental fatigue. You'll notice that after moving, your mind feels lighter. Not hyped, just calm and steady. That's the state where studying later becomes easier instead of forced. Hobbies and fun. This part is where most students feel guilty, but they shouldn't. If your entire day is only study, your brain starts resisting it. Hobbies aren't distractions, they're pressure valves. Doing something enjoyable in the evening helps your brain reset so you don't associate every hour of the day with effort and stress. Whether it's listening to music, drawing, gaming, cooking, journaling, or just talking to someone, this is your mental breathing space. It reminds your brain that life isn't only deadlines and exams. When you allow yourself this balance, you come back to studying more willing, not drained. Burnout doesn't happen from studying too much. It happens from never switching off. Light evening study. Evening focus is different from morning focus. It's slower and more reflective. This is not the time to force new difficult topics. Instead, use this session to gently reinforce what you already know. Reviewing notes, solving easy to medium questions, or going through previous exam papers helps strengthen memory without exhausting your brain. Before you stop studying, take a minute to plan tomorrow. Write down exactly what you'll start with. This small habit removes decision fatigue in the morning and makes it easier to begin the next day focused. You don't end the day stressed, you end it prepared. 4. Night routine. Your night routine decides how powerful your next day will be. Most students ruin tomorrow before it even starts by studying late, scrolling endlessly, or going to bed with a stressed, noisy mind. The goal at night isn't to squeeze in one last chapter. It's to close the day properly. Clear shutdown. Most students don't struggle with sleep because they are not tired. They struggle because their brain never gets told that the day is over. If you study until the last minute, jump straight into bed, and keep thinking about unfinished work, your mind stays in alert mode. That's why you lie down exhausted but can't switch off. Stopping your study at least 1 hour before bed isn't wasting time. It's creating a clear boundary between effort and rest. Writing down pending tasks, tidying your desk, and physically leaving your study space is powerful because it closes mental loops. Your brain relaxes when it knows nothing is being forgotten. You're not quitting. You're parking tasks safely for tomorrow. Calm your brain. Your brain cannot jump from constant stimulation straight into deep rest. If your last hour is filled with fast videos, messages, or endless scrolling, your nervous system stays wired even when your body is tired. That's why sleep feels light, broken, or restless. Giving yourself 30 screen-free minutes before bed is like dimming the lights for your mind. It slowly prepares your brain to power down instead of crashing. Calming activities like reading, journaling, or listening to slow music aren't about productivity. They're about slowing your internal pace. Journaling clears lingering thoughts, reading shifts attention away from stress, and calm music regulates your breathing and heart rate. When your brain feels safe and unstimulated, sleep comes naturally instead of being forced. Prioritize sleep. Many students treat sleep like something they'll fix later, sacrificing it to study more. But this backfires every time. Studying on less sleep reduces focus, memory, and emotional control the next day. You might spend more hours with your books open, but you retain less and feel more exhausted. Sleep isn't the enemy of productivity. It's the foundation of it. A consistent sleep schedule trains your brain to recover faster, focus longer, and feel less overwhelmed. Protecting 7 to 8 hours of sleep isn't a luxury. It's the reason your hard work starts showing results. This routine isn't about being perfect. It's about protecting your energy, studying at the right time, and staying consistent, even on average days.